Okay, so the students who have joined, kindly be patient. The session will start right after 3 minutes. Okay, so we are waiting for all the students to join. Once they join, then the session will be started. Okay, so good evening, students. Good evening to all.
Good evening.
Good evening to the dignitaries present, principals, sir, all the HODs, faculty members, staffs, to my colleagues, and my dear students. I, Professor Tanmay Das, the IPR Activity Coordinator, welcome you all from the institution's Innovation Council, that is the IIC cell of Chaibas Engineering College, for today's session. So today's session is about a workshop on the topic of pitching event for PoCs developed and linkage with innovation ambassadors for mentorship support. So this is to be spoken by Mr. Professor Arijit Dutta sir, who is the Vice President of the IIC cell and the Innovation Ambassador of MIC cell and Assistant Professor of Department of Computer Science and Engineering of Chaibasa Engineering College. So he has completed his master's, that is MTech, from the Kalyani Government Engineering College, and he is currently teaching as a faculty assistant professor in our institute. So Arijit sir, I welcome you today from the IIC cell of our college, and I'm sure that the students would be very much enlightened and enriched from your lecture. So thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, sir, for a hearty welcome from your end. So first of all, students, a very warm good evening to all of you. Hope all of you are doing very fine and all the family members of your family are very good in health by the terms of health being. So I think and I wish a very good evening to all of you and welcome you to the today's session of pitching event for the POCs developed and linkage with innovation ambassador for mentorship support. Right. So just a minute. I think my screen is visible to all of you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Okay. So some of you are coming from first year, some of you coming from maybe second year, third year, and fourth year. So those students from second year, third year, and fourth year, they somehow might know me because they have an interaction with me. But students of first year, they have just get into the college and doesn't have too much idea about what is this thing or what is the session we are going to be talk about or have a good discussion on about, right? So first of all, let's talk about the thing that there is something that PoCs developed and linkage with innovation ambassador for mentorship support, right? So to begin with that particular topic, first of all, we need to know that why these things have come into the scenario and what these things are related to. These things are all related to, as all of you are from an engineering domain, right? All of you have choose your career or choose your domain in an engineering domain. Some might be from CSE, some maybe ECE, some maybe electrical, mechanical, civil, whatever the field you have chosen for. There is a thing or term called project. And when you are in the term of this project, each and every person of the college of or being a normal people, okay, sometimes we see something, right? We are passing by a station, we may see something and might have some idea comes up your mind, right? That this is a problem and we may have an idea, but how to execute that particular idea? There are several terms we can in term of this particular idea. The idea may have, anyone have an idea, anyone can have idea. I can maybe two friends, some of considering two friends are going by on a road and they has this in a problem. So the two person have two different sort of ideas to solve the particular problem, to solve that particular problem, right? But in between of those two, who actually carried out that particular solution, that is the main important thing. So idea can have anyone can give an idea, and maybe in terms of the idea can have a huge impact, right? It looks like a very big idea, but that very big idea needs to be executed. That is the important term, that from the idea, from the origin of the idea to execute that particular idea, that is the main concept of any kind of innovation or any kind of new things that gets into the scenario, right? So there's a thing or there's a line that is stated that creativity is thinking of new things and innovation is doing new things. That is the term or that is the thing I have just talked about, that creativity and innovation. Idea, anyone can have any type of idea. Our mind have always something goes on, some idea comes up in your mind, but to execute that particular idea, that is a very important term. So creativity is in our mind, but to execute that, to fully implement that creativity into the term of innovation is the important part. So creativity, that is thinking of new things. You can think many new things, you can have an idea, you can have a great idea also, but to implement that great idea with the help of some technology, with the help of the science, that is the thing called innovation. So innovation is doing that particularly new thing. So as an engineer, as an engineering student, you need to be innovative. You need, first of all, to be that innovative, you need to be a creative mind, and that creative mind will help you to make something innovative with the help of science and technology. So innovation as an engineering student need to be done by our students, by all of the engineering students also, right? Now the thing is, not only engineering student can do the innovation can be done by anyone, but being in the field of this engineering, you have much more extra capability of doing that particular innovation, because you know the technology much better rather than any other people, because you are in that particular technological field. So that's why engineering students have much more better idea or much have higher chances to be innovative. Now the thing is, innovator or a follower, what you choose? That is a question from my side to you people, that innovator or follower, what you want to be. There is, I can see there are 40 to 42 students are present in the session. So if I ask any one of you, so what you want to be? Suppose I am asking Ashish Kumar Paswar, what you want to be? If you want to be innovator or you want to be a follower?
Innovator, sir. I
Innovator.
want
So if I ask you that what innovator in the terms of what type of innovator, what innovation you can come about, what do you think about innovation?
sir, I think about that things never discovered before, or something new, sir.
Okay, so now, now here is my question. Now here is my question to you, that suppose in the final year of in the fourth year final, you are sitting in the placement and you have offered a huge package of maybe a good company, a reputed company offering you a 4 to 5 lakh package, right? So now what you will choose? You are going for that particular job, or you will not shift for that particular job and you will choose something differently to be an innovator?
Sir, at that time, first I choose package, sir. After that, while during the job, I innovate something new, sir.
That is a tricky question from my end, because currently the scenario when you are actually in a study, we are studying something at the end of fourth year, all of us or all of the students have a mind that I need some job, I need to get into my job to support my family. So
Yes.
that here our first option, that I want to get a job, I'm going to settle my life, right? But here comes the scenario of innovator who actually might get into the job or maybe refuse that particular job and try to be an innovator, not the follower. So the thing is, depending upon the scenario, depending upon that particular situation, right? You can get a job, you can bag a job, you can get into the job, but at the same time, if you have an innovative mind, you can be an innovator at the same time. So innovator not only like that. Now the thing is that some of us wants to be a follower, like, yes, I have completed my BTech, I'm getting a job, now my life is secure, I am going into the particular job daily from morning from 9 a.m. to the 9 p.m, going to the office, doing all the office work, then coming back home, doing spending time with my family, and then again the repeating the same schedule for the day by day, right? So that is a life of a follower, not an innovator. So innovator is a life, or I can say that to deal with the life of an innovator, you need to be in a struggling phase. You need to struggle a little bit, and then an innovator comes up. Now, in the part of this innovator, it's not like that. That on the very first day, if you have an innovative mind, you have a creative mind, you have a very lots of good idea, you can implement that. All the things are quite good, going fine, but it is not like that, that at the first attempt you can get a success in the field of innovation, right? So maybe at the first attempt you might not succeed, at the second attempt you might also not succeed, right? But that doesn't mean you cannot succeed. You have to try, you have to push your limit, and maybe at one instance you might get a success, and one day when you are getting that success, then you are the market leader. You may be a market leader. Most of the market leader, taking as Bill Gates, taking as Mark Zuckerberg, anyone, the means I can say the leader of the market have failed at a certain point, but then they have come up with all the solutions and now they are the giants of the market. So it is up to us that whether I want to be an innovator or I want to be a follower. If you want to be a follower, that's good. If you want to be an innovator, that's a very good thing. So you have the time. Maybe for the first year you have 4 years time, for the second year 3 years time, for the third and fourth year currently 2 and 1 year. For the fourth year I'm not going to talk about, because they already might have get some job, they have already has their limits, right? But the first year, this is a great opportunity to think. This is the time you can think, you can, this 4 year, the college life of 4 year BTech, you can spend the time to be an innovator, because here in an engineering institute you will get several types of chances to prove yourself that yes, I am an innovator, I have the potential to be an innovator. So first of all, the mindset we need to be think that yes, I can be an innovator. The first mindset we need to push, that I can be an innovator. Then apart from the study, there are several things happens in the institute and other institute you can participate and you can prove themselves as an innovator. So this is the part. First of all, we need to make a decision that whether we want to be an innovator or we want to be a follower. That is the main thing that we need to choose. Now, how to start? The very basic point, that how we are going to start to be an innovator. Now, the scenario is you cannot come up with a solution that was already in the market. Yes, you can come, but for that you need to make something unique into that particular solution that is not present into the market. That's a tough thing, because the solution, what were the solutions are previously in the market, if you are trying to be unique on that particular solution, you may not find the particular proper solution. So where to start? Find a unique problem. rather than find a unique solution of a particular problem that was already in the market, find a unique problem which solution is not present in the market. That's where you are going to start. So in our daily life, maybe considering each and every one, from the beginning of the day when you are waking up into the from your sleep, actually into the daily life, we may face several types of problems. We are facing several types of problems from the day of morning and the night, the time of 16 to 17 hours span of the time. You people, including me and everyone, is facing a particular problem. Maybe I am facing a X problem, person B is facing some Y problem. So there are several types of problems in our daily life. That problem we need to look that what are the problems the common people are facing in this daily life, and how the technological person can help them to come up with that particular problem, give a solution, so that there will be not much problem into the upcoming days, into the future days. So first of all, where to start? The thing is, we need to find a unique problem, and then we need to think on it. Then we need to find the idea to solve that particular problem. So that is the beginning, where to start. Here we can start. Just a minute. Okay, so I think there is a problem that people are not getting my slide. So now I think it is okay. So we are talking about this, how to start, where to start. We are talking on that particular top things actually. So the daily life, the problems we are facing, the problems common people are facing, that is the start, or that can be the beginning for an innovator, for an term in terms of entrepreneur, right? So that's things, that unique problems we need to find, and at that particular point, that comes the mind where the innovation started, right? So this is the beginning. Now there are several things that will help you, because I will discuss in the later on how the other things, how other problems we can find out, where we can find out this problem and how we can deal with this particular thing. And regarding this, I hope that in the previous session we have a several topic like ideas and how idea can be generated or how idea can be cope up, right? So that is another issue, right? Now the next part, the key elements. Now these key elements you have chosen. Suppose now how to start from that particular page, you have choose a particular problem. You have identified a particular problem, a daily common life unique problem actually. Now what are the next phases you can deal with? That is the first part, key elements we can talk about. That is the design thinking. The design, first of all, you have identified a problem, that problem statement to solve that particular problem. First, the very basic thing, the idea, how I can solve that particular problem, the design thinking. The first part here, that is known as design thinking. So to think a design, to come up from your innovative or creative mind, that how I can make a design, how I can solve that particular problem. Now after that, it comes to the part of innovation. What innovation, or how what is my use of the science and technology with different types of devices, how a good product can I innovate. Now the part of this design thinking, and after the innovation, there is a term called TRL, technology readiness level. This is a very important term in the term of this innovation, because the TRL, it doesn't mean the technological readiness level. It has several levels: level 0, level 1, level 2, right? That means that how much your POC, that is the proof of concept, or you can say that TRL, how much it is ready, how much your prototype is actually ready. So technology readiness level, it doesn't mean that you have to fully prepare a technology that is well and fine and that can help the user, common people, to solve the common people problem. It's not like that. As an innovator, as a startup, as a beginning, you come up with level 0, where a small work have been done, the idea needs to be present, that how I am trying to make something, then level 1, then at the last of level 2. And then after that, from a beginner, from a student, then you can move to the startup entrepreneurship development and being a successful entrepreneurship. That is the another issue. But first of all, when you are trying to find a problem, when you're actually trying to get a problem, the first very basic thing, the design thinking and the innovation to build something, to build a prototype, to build a proof of concept. Now here comes the part that is the today's topic of discussion, that POCs development and linkage with innovation ambassador. Linkage with innovation ambassador, what is the part that I'm going to talk later? First of all, let us discuss about the part of POC. What is this particular POC? So the POC, before that, the innovation and this entrepreneurship we have talked about, the ecosystem, whatever we have talked about, that the society, the industry, the science and technology, and the government. This is a kind of ecosystem. We all are living in a society, and we are surrounded with some industry and some government. And all of these things are actually connected with by the science and technology. The common people, whatever the problems are facing into the daily life from the societal view, the industry may be facing some particular problem, the government may be facing some particular problem. All the things can be resolved by the terms of science and technology. Currently, in this year of 2022, we are currently present. If we are going back at 15 to 20 years back, right? Think about that particular scenario. What is the condition? How much the technology was there? Previously, 15 to 20 years back, we don't use internet so much. We don't have Android. We don't have so much this technological thing, where most of the things have been done by manually, right? But within the span of 15 to 20 years, look where the scenario have changed. How much the technology have gets an impact into our daily life. From the beginning of the day, from waking up, we are using some alarm. From the to the night, we are going to sleep. We are connected with some technology. We are connected. We are connected with network. We are connected with some Android devices. All the things are actually connected with some internet and technologies. So within the short span of 15 to 20 years, the technology have changed the whole scenario in terms of society, in terms of industry, science, technology, government, in each or every field. Now, if we consider medical scenario, if we consider some engineering scenario, some study, all the in each and every sector, that sectors, the technology have comes up, the technology have taken over and made a huge impact, changed the whole scenario. So innovation is a very important factor that can change one particular society, one particular industry. By a small innovation, by a unique innovation, the whole scenario can be changed, and maybe you can be an innovator, can be the market leader. So that is a risk. I would say there is a risk, the innovation, because it is not like that you will get success after 4th year of BTech, because it is a growing phase. You need to take some time. You need to give some time in that particular phase, and then if we have the patience, then you can be an innovator. You can be in the part of this innovation. So now what I am discussing, that the POC. First of all, we need to know that to build something, to have an idea, what is this POC about? Now you have a problem, you have some idea. Now talking about that idea will not give you a result. Suppose I am facing a problem. Suppose I am the industry and I am facing a problem, and I have given that particular problem in a public domain and welcoming some solution. Now all the 50 students from your sense, each and everyone with their creative mind have comes up with a solution. Like, I have this solution, I have this solution, XYZ, everyone has some solution. But the thing is that everyone is talking, that giving some PPT, that I can do this, I can do this, I can give a solution like this. That is some verbal solution. But the company doesn't want any verbal kind of solution. So what is the thing? The POC comes here. It is a proof of concept, or we can say it is an exercise that actually focus on determining that whether an idea can be turned into a reality. Whatever the idea you people have, whether that idea can be turned into a reality. So the feasibility of that particular idea. I am talking about some particular idea verbally that may not be achievable at any point. Like that is the part that POC is the proof of concept, where along with some verbal idea, I am giving some verbal representation of some idea. Along with that, I need to present something as a proof of concept that this is how we can look. This is how we can feasible our idea. That is the part of proof of concept. Now the scenario is there are two terms, POC and prototype. Often people actually mix this particular thing, that POC and prototype. But the POC and prototype has a difference. Not like that it is same exactly like POC and prototype are same. No. Prototype, what is prototype? We are going to talk, but first let us talk about the POC. So it is that some idea about some proof of concept, some presentation, some demonstration of some work, whatever the idea. So now the thing is, among the 50%, 50 students you people have, 46 have come up with some idea, only some verbal idea, and 5 other have shown something, some work, that this is how we are going to plan, how we are trying to achieve. Now those 5 students who have come up with a particular demonstration, they are having a step ahead rather than those 46, because those 46 have come up with only some verbal ideas. So I am not interested on that verbal idea. I am giving a verbal representation that may not be achievable, so I am not interested. Those 5 candidates who have demonstrated something, I have an interest on that particular thing. Yes, they have already a step ahead. They have done the work. They have survey all the thing, and that's after they have demonstrated this particular thing. So POC is that particular demonstration, the exercise that focus, that gives that whatever the idea I am presenting here, whether that can be turned into any kind of reality or not. That is the main particular part of this POC. Now, what this POC actually includes? The proof of concept actually, first, as I said, it actually defines the criteria for the success, means the idea, how much idea can we actually achieve. The documentation of the particular proof of concept, documentation part will be there. So this is the idea, this is my state, this is the things needed here. Evaluation component needs to be there, and a proposal that how after this we are going to achieve, if what I am planning to do forward in future, how I can actually make this POC in a successful prototype. The POC is the first step of the prototype. So POC and prototype is connected, but POC is the first step of the prototype. What is the prototype? If you can talk about that, prototype is that the total built-in device, or with the combination, the whole thing have now built in, and now it is ready for the test. Means the POC is the demonstration that this is my thing that I am going to build, but the build, whatever we have built, that is called actually the prototype. So prototype that can be tested, and whatever the idea we have presented at the beginning, after building that, the prototype, now it is ready for test. Now we can evaluate that how much it is actually feasible, how much actually it is ready for the use, how much it is actually can come up with some particular solution of any particular problem. So this is the term prototype. So POC and prototype is not totally same. POC is the first part of that beginning, and prototype is the last stage where all the things are ready for the test. It is ready for the test. It is ready to check that where how much it is feasible, how we can actually use it in our daily life. So that is the part of this POC and prototype. Now in this particular regarding, there is another part, that is proof of concept and linkage with innovation ambassador of mentorship support. Now first of all, before going to this mentorship support, let me introduce the part innovation ambassador. What is the term innovation ambassador? I don't think that any one of you have this particular idea of this innovation ambassador. So if anyone have, they can tell me, do any one of you know what is this innovation ambassador, or how, or what is the role of an innovation ambassador? I don't think that anyone have this idea. So the thing is, the AICT, that All India Council of Technical Education, with the help of some government tie-up, that is our MOE cell, Ministry of Education, has a particular scenario comes up to help this innovation, to help the innovative mind of every engineering student. They have started a program where some faculties are giving the responsibility of an innovation ambassador. So they have a portal, they have launched a particular portal. You can go and search MOE Innovation Cell or Innovation Ambassador in the Google, and you will get all the portals and all the related things, right? Now, this Innovation Ambassador is, are chosen from each and every institute. They need to appear. Means suppose I am actually a faculty of this college of computer science and engineering department. So what is the thing that I have to apply for this innovation ambassador, and there are some tests actually conducted, and where we need to pass to be in the field of this innovation ambassador. So from our college till now, me and Dr. Ranodip Kundu sir are the innovation ambassador, and others are actually trying to be. I hope all of you are going to be the innovation ambassador in a sooner or later period, right? So the role of this innovation ambassador, this role of us, what we actually deal with, the MOE conducts several type of innovation contests, several type of innovation program, where all the students can participate with their idea. There are some problem statements that are given, and according to that particular problem, you need to put some idea, you need to build a POC. So if your idea is approved at that particular stage, then you will be assigned an ambassador, innovation ambassador or innovation mentor, that the person will guide with, will be a guide for you people for the rest of the phase to build the prototype successfully, to develop that particular prototype. That is the role of this. The simply innovation ambassador means a particular, we can say an innovation ambassador is just a mentor for your project. Means if I take it as a project, then the innovation ambassador will be the guide for your project. So the mentorship support can be done by anyone, a faculty or a technical person or an entrepreneur, right? So this is the part of this mentorship support. So because you are the beginner, you have just entered into the college or second year, third year, you are studying the technology. All of you actually going to learn the technology. So it is not actually enough by all of you to actually build any prototype very easily. So that's where you need a guide. That person will actually help you, guide you that yes, this is the thing can be done in this particular way, so you can get a good result. So that particular guide is known as the innovation ambassador or the mentor of whatever the project you are actually choosing. So there are certain domains, and according to that particular domain, each and everyone can have a particular guide or particular mentor. And linkage with IA or this innovation ambassador, such as innovation cell, that is Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, supported by the faculties, and our own college, that is the Chaibasha Engineering College, is also having this IIC cell, that is Institution Innovation Council cell, only for this, only to support this particular innovation. We often conduct several type of programs related to this innovation, where you can come up with a solution. We will give given some problem statement to you people, and on that you need to provide some idea, you need to build some POCs, you need to build some prototype. That is most of you have some participated. I think if some third year and fourth year students are present here, they have already have this idea, because they have already participated in several types of hackathons. We called it as a term of hackathon, where you need to hack a particular problem. This hack, the term I am using this hack as a good, not in a bad intention, the good intention, that you need to solve a particular problem, to hack of to find a solution, or to hack into that particular problem and give a solution. That is called a term hackathon. So we have several terms of hackathon, ideathon, depending upon whatever the institute have choose that name, right? The government or the civil institute often conducted this several types of hackathon, where you can participate and you can prove yourself by an innovation, by your innovative idea. So that is the linkage with this innovation ambassador. That innovation ambassador, innovation cell, our own institute have this innovation cell that will help you or guide you or support you. If you have an innovative mind, if you have some particular problem, you can reach any of these innovation cell members. You can contact, you can mail them if you have facing problems regarding any of this innovation, any of the particular problem. They will be there, we will be there to help you all regarding this. Now, HEI supports for this process of innovation. HEI means the higher education institution, that is suppose considering our college, that is Chaiwas Engineering College, how we are supporting in the process of this innovation. As I said, we have own Innovation Council, Institute Innovation Council cell, right? So we provide full support to each and every students regarding this. So how? Actually, it's not like that I have an idea, I can come and see into the scenario. How the scenario goes on, let me explain in a short and brief way. We often conduct some hackathons. Last year, we have also conducted some hackathons virtually as there's a COVID scenario. So what we do, we from our end will provide you some problem statement that the common people are facing in our daily life. So the problem statement will be given to you people, and according to that, you need to present some idea. There are some stages, certain stages you need to pass. First of all, some idea with the POC, the first stage. So if the idea with the POC was actually successful or actually influenced to the member of this IIC cell or the panel jury, whoever there are, if they are influenced with your idea, then you can go to the second stage where you need to build a prototype and give us a solution, right? So these are the things we often conduct, this type of scenarios, this type of events, so that our students can build themselves or can have a think on themselves, so that means it can help them in the process of innovation. Because if from the institute end, if we cannot help you people to come up with the solutions, then you will not be able to proceed further. Because with the lots of classes going on, with the lots of exams and all the things, you need a change where the things can be done. So institute from their end actually helping or organizing this type of event where you can participate and you can check your limit. Now this hackathon or whatever I'm talking about, the innovation, why this is important for the engineering student? Suppose considering you are a CSE student. Now you have learned C, you have learned Java, you have learned DBMS, all these things you have learned thoroughly and you may secure have good marks. But how much do you know about this particular domain? How much do you know C coding? How much can you code? That you can prove by the innovation. So you have an innovative idea, you build a particular prototype, you build the app, you build the application where it can be helpful for the user, and an application can be designed by some coding part actually. So that's where we can check that how I am ready, how much I am ready for this, how much I know these languages, the codes, how much I can crack. So this is the several type of from the instituted and with the collaboration with the students, with the mixture of institute and the students, all are actually working so that the students can have an innovative mind, student can create something, the student can innovate something that can be helpful or that can be useful for our daily life. And maybe who knows that maybe any one of you can be a good successful innovator in the upcoming future. So to begin with that, to nurture that, our institute innovation cell will help you there, will be there with you people. So if any one of you have any kind of problem regarding anything, they can contact us at any time. Now, as I said that our students, we encourage our students in a lot of way to participate in this particular scenarios, to be an innovative mind. So many of our students have participated in different types of programs. Like there are some lists I have present here, but there are lots of lists actually present. So I cannot put actually all the things. So we have a IEEE runner-ups in the Pune section. We have most important or very proudly we can say from our college that in the recent year, one of our students groups actually proved something, build means actually proved themselves as an innovator and cracked a successful award in the AICT Chhatra Vishwakarma Award, right? So from our college in the Institute of Jharkhand, from the section of this Jharkhand, have received a particular award for some innovation. This is the particular image from that particular event, that where as the COVID scenario is there. So from our end, some faculties have gone to that particular event and demonstrated all the things on behalf of our students actually. So this is a very successful, proudly we can say from our college end, that actually we nurture this, and that's what we are getting a result. We actually get this particular awards from this AICT, that is the All India Council of Technical Education, the recognized body of the government. We have achieved this particular section. There is another scenario where our college computer science engineering department students have gone into some hackathons and participated and success grabbed some second prizes here also, right? So these are the some pictures I am showing you, that is the success stories, success stories of this. Now this is some innovation ambassador portal what I am talking about, where you can see my name is reflected, same as for Dr. Nandip Kundu sir is also there. So these are from our institute. We are actually some innovation ambassador where we can guide someone, we can help someone to be in an innovative mind, to build something, to guide something, right? So this is the part. Now the innovation, what this innovation is, as I talk a lot of things about this innovation. So the idea, process, creativity, development, vision, impression, inspiration, and growth, these 7 terms are very important in the part of this innovation. First of all, you need to be idea, and to bring that idea you need to be a creative idea, so that's why this term creativity. Next, the process, vision, how I can actually build that, the part of development, inspiration, and lastly the growth, how much it can be growth. This particular 7 key elements of these innovations are actually included with each other. So a very famous person like Steve Jobs, we know that innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. So as my first question for all of you, whether you want to be a creator or you want to be a follower, so that depends on you, whether you want to be the innovator or just like others you want to be a follower. So I hope whatever the discussions we have in today's session is clear for all of you. So if not, anyone, if have anything to ask, they can ask me. Feel free to ask any questions. I am here to answer any of your questions. So if anyone have any type of doubts regarding the part of innovation, how institute has supported this innovation part, how you can, how, if anyone have any type of doubts, any type of questions in their mind, they can ask me, they can tell me. So I am ready to answer your doubt.
Innovation पढ़ाई ideas is there.
I think Mohammad Mohsin have raised some hand. Yes, Mohsin, you can ask.
हेलो सर.
Yes.
सर वो जो आप फॉर्म दिए हैं और जो आइडिया थॉन के बारे में टॉपिक्स दिए थे प्रोजेक्ट को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए, तो सर बस उसमें मतलब हम आइडिया को लिख के रिप्रेजेंट करना है कि वे कुछ सम ड्रॉ भी करके रिप्रेजेंट करना है, मतलब हम ड्रॉ और उसको लिख के भी रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं कि सिर्फ लिख करके.
It's not like that. I think some कुछ handwritten नहीं होना चाहिए. You need to build some PPT, right? Just I am showing here. You need to build some PPT where you are actually whatever your idea, you need to state it within some 3 to 4 slides actually. 3 or 4 slides में तुम्हारा जो idea है, how you are going to execute that particular idea, what is your idea, you need to build a PPT for that.
सर कितना हाउ मच पेज में उसको कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं? अगर जैसे 2-3 पेज में कंप्लीट करे तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है?
3 to 4, maximum 4.
3 to 4. और सर ये आइडिया जो है कोविड-19 से रिलेटेड तो नहीं ना, मतलब जो भी आइडिया रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे कोविड-19 के सिचुएशन के अंडर में कि हम कोविड-19 के अंदर ये प्रॉब्लम को कैसे इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं, उससे रिलेटेड नहीं ना? विदाउट कोविड-19 भी वो आइडिया को रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं ना?
टॉपिक क्या दिया गया था, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये बोलो, तुम लोग को टॉपिक क्या मिला है?
जैसे टॉपिक है हम लोग का एजुकेशन. रुकिए सर, वेट फॉर. यस सर, टॉपिक है हेल्थ एंड वेलबींग, एजुकेशन एंड वर्क अपॉर्चुनिटीज, एग्रीटेक, फूड एंड न्यूट्रिशन, innovative FMCG solution, crisis response, social and environmental.
These are the verticals. Wait, the thing is, these are not any title or topic. These are some verticals. Under this vertical means these are some domains. Whatever you are saying, these are some domains. So you can choose. Suppose only one person can submit one idea. for a particular domain, right? Now if
Yes, sir.
you're choosing any domain, you can present your idea on that particular domain, whatever the idea you have for that particular domain.
Okay, sir. और
Okay.
सर
Sir, is it
जैसे
necessary to follow the domain? Can we go out of domain?
No, the domain, whatever the domain that is circulated from the IIC cell as the for this particular contest, you need to put your idea regarding into this particular domain. Choose any one domain or two domain and submit the idea on that particular domain. You cannot go out of the domain.
Okay, sir.
और सर अपना आइडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करके दिए और जो है आइडिया जो है अच्छा लगा और उस पर इम्प्लीमेंट करना है, लेकिन बाद में मेरा नाम हटा करके वो आइडिया कोई और यूज करने लगा और उस पर काम करने लगा, तो कैसे हम ये करेंगे कि मेरा आइडिया ये करना?
ऐसा नहीं होता है। मान लो तुमने जो आइडिया तुमने प्रेजेंट किया है, तुमने सबमिट किया है, दैट इज रजिस्टर्ड बाय योर नेम, राइट? वी हैव द डेटा दैट इट इज रजिस्टर्ड बाय योर नेम, सो नो वन कैन गेट द आइडिया फ्रॉम आवर सेंड। मीन्स हम लोग किसी को अपना डेटा शेयर नहीं करेंगे। तो तुमने जो आइडिया अपने साथ शेयर, हम लोग के साथ शेयर किया, दैट इज टोटली कॉन्फिडेंशियल, ओनली वी हैव दिस आइडिया, वी कैन रिव्यू।
ओके सर, ओके सर।
Okay, anyone have any other questions, anything others wants to ask?
Sir, I have a query, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, you can say. Say.
सर जैसे कि मैंने चूज करा एंटरटेनमेंट का जो टॉपिक दिया हुआ वो चूज करा, तो उसमें कौन कौन सी चीज है जो जरूरी है, मेंशन रहना चाहिए उसमें, इनोवेटिव आइडियाज?
Can you ask again?
सर जैसे मैंने एंटरटेनमेंट जो आपने बोला डोमेन दिया हुआ है वो चूज किया मैंने, तो जैसे प्रोजेक्ट बनाना है तो उसमें कौन कौन सी चीज है जो जरूरी है, मेंशन रहने चाहिए?
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, मीन्स अभी के लिए तुम लोग को सिर्फ आइडिया देना है ना, ओनली यू हैव
हाँ
टू
सर।
सबमिट सम आइडिया, राइट? सो
यस सर।
चूज अकॉर्डिंग टू डोमेन, कोई भी डोमेन तुम लोग अगर चूज कर रहे हो उसके हिसाब से तुम लोग कौन सा आइडिया फर्स्ट चूज करना है। तुम लोग का जो पीपीटी बनेगा 3-4-5 का जो पीपीटी बनेगा, वहां पे तुम लोग को बस आइडिया देना है। क्या आइडिया है? प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट पहले फर्स्ट साइड में रहेगा, प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट। जो प्रॉब्लम तुम लोग ने डोमेन चूज किया उसके अंदर कौन सा प्रॉब्लम तुम लोग सॉर्ट आउट करना चाहते हो, कौन सा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना चाहते हो। देन सेकेंड विल बी आइडिया, what idea you have for that particular problem, and after that in the third page, that how we are going to solve, what are the steps that have in your mind, तुम्हारे माइंड में कौन सा स्टेप्स चल रहा है रिगार्डिंग दैट आइडिया। आइडिया एक हो गया, अब आइडिया को एग्जीक्यूट कैसे करना है उसका एक स्लाइड रहेगा। फिलहाल के लिए तुम लोग का जो कॉन्टेस्ट है उसके लिए इतना ही काफी है। आगे जब जो प्रोटोटाइप वाला डिजाइन कॉन्सेप्ट का जो कॉन्टेस्ट होता है वहां पे तुम लोग को उसके बाद प्रोटोटाइप को डिजाइन करके भी दिखाना होता है।
अच्छा सर, आइडिया मेरा रिप्रेजेंट हो गया, हम जमा कर दिए और मेरा आइडिया अच्छा लगा तो हम लोग को क्या मिलेगा सर?
That is the totally things on the panel member. I cannot say anything right now on this. You have something, as far as I know, a certificate will be given to you all. Means the idea whose idea will be chosen, a certificate will be issued to you people. I think you have also got this notification, right?
Yes sir.
So that is the recognition first. Look, the prize is not the ultimate thing. The recognition is the most important thing. The certificate, which is a recognition for your work, is a very important thing for all of you for your upcoming future. So when you are going to submit anywhere that yes, I have the certificate, I have participated in this contest, I have this recognition, that will take you up one step ahead any from the other student who doesn't have any type of certificate or any type of recognition.
Okay sir.
Okay. Anyone? Any other questions?
सर जैसे मैंने कोई उसको रिजॉल्व करने की कोशिश की, वो अगर किसी ने पहले से किया हुआ है तो क्या हम उसको रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं? जैसे सिमिलर हो तो कोई दिक्कत होगा?
No, whatever the problems, अगर मान लो आपने कोई प्रॉब्लम चूज किया है अगर उसका सोल्यूशन पहले से ही है तो what is the necessity of your solution?
जैसे मतलब थोड़ा सा इसको इम्प्रूव करके, अगर जैसे हम
Improve नहीं,
सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म में देख
improvement
लेते
नहीं.
हैं, सबका तो मतलब मोटिव तो
Improvement
एक
is
ही है,
another
लेकिन
thing. Look, you need to be unique. जो प्रॉब्लम सोल्यूशन पहले से मार्केट में है, उसमें तुम्हारा सोल्यूशन में क्या यूनिकनेस है, इसको तुम्हें पहले डिफाइन करना होगा. नहीं तो व्हाई वुड वी चूज योर प्रोटोटाइप. उसमें अगर कुछ यूनिकनेस नहीं है, उसमें अगर कुछ अलग नहीं है, उसमें अगर कुछ ज्यादा यूनिकनेस नहीं रहा, तो हम लोग क्यों उसको चूज करेंगे. That is the thing. So you can choose any solution from the market, but if it is same, totally the same, then we cannot accept it. You need to be unique in that particular solution.
yes sir, after modification we can represent it sir.
Anything, but all the things, whether it can be modification, it can be improvement, it can be update, anything, but that should be unique. That is not the same like we have previous one.
Okay sir.
Okay. Fine. So anyone, any other type of questions in their mind? Anyone wants to ask anything? So I think there is no more question coming from anyone. So now I would like to hand over the session to our host, actually, Mr. Tanmay sir. So Tanmay sir, I think it is over from my side. So now I am handing the session to you again.
Okay, so thank you, sir. It was a wonderful session. I think the students have enjoyed a lot. So thank you, sir, for your presentation and your time. So students, once again, there is a feedback form for this session. So all of you, please fill up that form. And if you have any comments or suggestions for the further in future, if you want to, want to have a lecture on a specific topic, then you can mention that in the feedback form. Okay. So then thank you, students. Thank you, sir. Once again, Arijit, sir, for your presentation and your time. So students, with this, I would like to end this session from the IIC cell of Shaivas Engineering College. So thank you once again, and have a nice day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you sir.